The long daily slog. Pushing yourself, getting out of bed at silly hours and hoping it will all be worth it in the long run. But this is just another day in the life of St Mary's University student and elite runner Daniel Jarvis. This is his story as he bids to compete for his country at the highest level.
So in terms of obviously my running, I got into it a little more casually, doing it as a school sport. And then I took it on a little bit further once I came to university. As I'm getting older, I'm going up an age group, so I'm at the point where I'm transitioning from being an under 23 and going to European champs for Great Britain to trying to make my name as a senior athlete on Great Britain teams where there is a lot more depth in terms of the standard. In terms of goals throughout 2019, I want to try and make the World Champs team for Great Britain as a senior, and then likewise after that I want to go towards trying to make the senior team for the European Cross Country Champs later on in December. On a 7-day week I'm running pretty much 7 days out of the 7, where it's a range of different training, from steady running to hard interval sessions to long tempos around, like for example like Bushy Park where we are here. In terms of making the world's team, I'm only 10 seconds off the standard over the 3 kilometre steeplechase, where it's just over a second a lap, so it's not that much, but likewise you've also got to perform on the day at the trials. There are times where I don't want to miss training, there are times where I do need to be really consistent, and if I get something wrong now, it can affect the way that I'm going to be training and my ability to compete in the next 18 to 20 months. I've got my Great Britain best, but this is my first Great Britain best, where I went to the European under 23 track champs, and where I've also got my number on my wall here from Big Gosh. Later on that year, got my other Great Britain best here, which is from when I went to the European under 23 cross country champs in San Marino. Been at uni for 3 years. I've had to balance working, my training and my university degree, where in my first year I'd go through my first few semesters at St Mary's. It was quite hard to find a balance between the working hours, training hours, and balancing it with times obviously in the lectures, in the seminars. You're not able to go out partying like you do see the standard student going out, living a slightly more social lifestyle, going to the pub a lot more, going to watch the football a lot more. You've sort of got to stay a lot more committed. In terms of obviously taking my running seriously and taking it to the next level where I can do it as a full-time job and a full-time occupation instead of going down the working route, working in an office or things along those lines, it is something that is quite key.
With clear goals set, Daniel is undoubtedly up for the challenge as he bids to cement his spot on the world stage.